Great goal, man, and a great comeback for the Firebirds tonight. I mean, I know that I think I speak for many of us that we wanted to see that kind of fortitude. It's been a while since you guys haven't had that many home games. It's been a while since a home win, and to come back like that against a good team that you guys lost to in a shootout in recent days, it was just a good thing to see tonight. I mean, for the Firebirds, from your perspective, that kind of comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good to see. We knew our first period wasn't close to good enough, so it was good to see the response, especially at home. I feel like we haven't given our fans what they deserve here at home, and it was great to get a comeback win in front of them.
Yeah. Discuss your goal. Detail your goal. Pretty game winner.
Yeah, Henny made a nice play off the wall to Mo, and Mo kind of just advanced it to an area, and I was lucky enough to get behind the D and just made a little tight play and went in.
Very contentious game tonight against a team that's not like a division rival or anything, but a ton of penalties, some fights, some misconducts that just occurred there at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Why so contentious against this Texas team?
They play hard, very structured team, and I think we have some boys over there that we know pretty well from last year, so maybe some turmoil there. But I liked how we battled with them, and they gave it back, but we were there all the way.
Hey, Leighton, congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you score that last goal? What I couldn't see. Did you go 5-hole or was it?
I got it up over his pad, kind of under his arm there.
Okay.
On the far side, yeah.
Is that something like you like to do, or do you just spur of the moment?
I think driving the net, I was trying to get it up and over the pad. You try and get it to the far side there and hope for the best.
When you guys tied it at 4-4, what was sort of the vibe on the bench? Was it like, okay, we're going to win this thing?
Yeah, I think so. We had that belief going into the third. I thought our second period was really good. It was a good pushback from the first. So I think we always had that belief that we were going to come back in that game.
All right, congratulations. Nice
Yeah,
job.
thank you.
Lax has talked about having rookies on every line, and obviously when there's rookies on those line, that means veterans are on the other side of you. Just talk about the what it means to you to have the trust of your coach, because you guys, your line specifically, had some big minutes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, to get the trust from Lax to play with some big-time players, and then it also really helps having those guys on your line. I mean, if you have a question or need something from them, you know you're going to get it. It's nice to have experience on your line.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Brady. Nice win tonight.
Appreciate it.
Not much.
All right, so we've been talking a lot, whether it's in here, on the bench, intermission. That's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
Usually that means you're scoring and the team's doing well. Just walk us through tonight, man, from a hat trick to battling back. A wild game.
Yeah, obviously not the greatest start from us, getting down by a couple goals there, but I thought we just responded to that adversity really well and just fought with it till the end of the game and came out with a win. It was huge.
Your professional career here, whether it's the AHL or up, have you scored a hat trick before?
Yeah, I had one last year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good question. And you like scoring hat tricks, I assume? No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
It's pretty fun.
When you scored the equalizer at 4-4, what was sort of the mood on the bench at that point? Finally getting back in the game there.
Yeah, I think getting the third goal was just huge for us coming out into the third. So that was the big one. And once we got that one and we were within one, everyone felt like the energy was very positive when we felt right in the game. And obviously to get the fourth one, we knew it could be ours. If we keep playing well. So
This game had sort of like almost, I don't know, sort of like a playoff atmosphere, real chippy, exciting. How did it feel like that out there? And what is it about this Texas team that sort of makes a game like that happen?
Yeah, for sure. I thought they played very well out the gate. And we responded to that. But overall, they're a really good team, and we were able to match their intensity there come the end of the game. And I definitely feel like it was two good teams going at it tonight.
Okay, that's what it felt like watching it too. Thanks.
Yeah.
Great game, man. More goals from Ben Myers. That's 5 in the last 3 games. You'll suffer a golf analogy, but I'm 49, so all I have is golf analogies. But like when you're playing well in golf, the hole looks big. When you're putting well, when you're scoring like this, does the net look bigger? Does it seem like there's more space? Do you feel like you're heating up like that?
No, not much. I think the game of hockey happens a lot faster than golf does. So, there isn't much time to think. You kind of just react.
The power play tonight, 3 for 6, something that we've been waiting to see from the Firebirds a little bit more. I think coming in tonight it was under 10%, so it was one of the bottom 2 in the league. So it was good to see that tonight. I think one of your goals accounted for one of those 3. Do you see that unit coming together a little bit, or did you see something tonight that gave that power play a little more success?
Honestly, not really. I think we've been working hard all year, and I don't think we've been the best, but we've worked through some issues, and a lot of these games we're getting really good looks, and we just hadn't been rewarded. And tonight we were able to get a couple, and I think that's going to be huge for us going forward. But we've had a lot of good looks, and finally broke through and had 3 tonight, so it was good.
Hey Ben, by call-ups and injuries, you guys have had a lot of young players out on the ice for you this year, and what do you think of their performance tonight?
Yeah.
Number of contributions.
Yeah, really good. I think we had contributions from everybody tonight, and especially the young guys have just really stepped up this year, especially early in the year, and played really well for us, and helped us win games, and it's great to see.
And specifically, not necessarily the young guy, but Luke Henman's definitely heated up recently.
Yeah, no, he's been playing great and made a couple nice plays, and just one of the better teammates you're going to find anywhere, and everybody's super happy for him, and great to see him playing well. So.
Good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ben. How's it going?
What's up, man?
Thanks.
Judd is. Go ahead. No.
Oh, okay. Luke, interesting start, kind of an inauspicious start to the game tonight. Quick goal by them. Your goalie got injured. You guys had to replace, and then ultimately some great fortitude. A terrific comeback for the Firebirds tonight. How would you describe it, man?
Yeah, obviously I think we had a really tough start. I think our first period was no good. We weren't connected. We weren't executing. They were outworking us, out competing us, and we just kind of reset after that first, and kind of started to play the way that we wanted to in the second, and started to believe on the bench. Our power play stepped up tonight. I think that was huge. Just a relief for everyone on the bench, when we get a few power play goals. And then, we just kind of showed our character there in the third. A busy schedule right now, a lot of games, and we dug in and got the job done.
Yeah, as far as a reset after the first, something that you guys said, something that coach said, something said in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, we all knew it wasn't good enough. I think Hayes, with that fight, really, he tried to spark us, and our leaders like that, they step up and kind of take control of the room. And but we all knew it wasn't good enough. We all knew we were getting out competed, and when we get out competed and outworked like that, it makes for a long night. But credit to us for battling and coming back in the second and third and getting the job done.
Speaking of John Hayden, game misconduct in the waning seconds. Not alone in that respect. A couple of the stars as well. Cameron Hughes among them. Was there anything in particular that happened there with the former Firebird?
I didn't really see. I just know that Hughesy and Lindy, they're always in the mix out there. We want to beat them. They want to beat us. We're all so competitive. Even the last couple years in practice, it's one of the most competitive groups I've been around. So when we get out there with those guys, we want to beat them bad, and they want to beat us bad. So some emotions come out, and some words are said or whatever happened. But it was good.
Well, if you beat him on the golf course, you might as well beat him on the ice tonight
well,
too, right?
We played with Hughes and Lindy. We played with them on, when did we play them? Played with them on Sunday, and Hughesy had a hole-in-one, so he had the last off on the course too. But we got him tonight, though. We got him back tonight.
Hey, congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Yeah, you sort of mentioned, and some of the guys that were here before you, it sounded like in the intermission after the second period, you guys really thought you had momentum and had control. We're going to win this game. That's kind of what it felt like. Was that the vibe?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of character in that room, and we have a lot of belief that when we're playing the right way, we can play with anyone. And like I said, those power play goals, it just really kind of lifted a weight off our shoulder, and we kind of got some momentum, and we fed off the fans and the crowd, and we did. There was definitely a belief on the bench from all the guys that we were going to come back and win.
Right, like you mentioned, the power play goals definitely were big, and that's an area where you guys have struggled this year. What was different tonight? Anything? Or?
I mean, I think we've been knocking on the door, really. We've been getting some good looks, but it ultimately comes down to just competing, having the right intent, having intensity. We got to almost simplify. We got to win battles, get pucks back, get pucks to the net, and that's kind of what we did. Max kind of gets it low, throws it to the net. Yanni 2 one-timers, and I'm able to get a rebound, and Mizey's able to be there too. So it's simple. It's not tic-tac-toe backdoor. So we just have to win our battles, retrieve pucks, and get it to the net.
Right, thanks.
Yeah.
You've been here from the start, but each year there's that big signature win that kind of lays the foundation and the identity of a team. Could we look back possibly at tonight down the road here and say that's where it turned the corner?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially after a couple losses there in a row, where there were games, I think it was 3 losses in a row, and maybe we felt like we deserved a better fate in some of them, but we easily could have just kind of rolled over and said, hey, we'll be on to the next one after that first period. But like I said, just shows our character, and it's definitely something that we can look back on in the future, because it happens. It's 72 games, stuff like that's going to happen. You're going to have bad starts, so it's something we can look back on and say, hey, we know we have it in this room, we know we have it on this bench, and yeah. Sweet. Thanks.
Save the best for last, eh?
Coach, what was that? A lot of back and forth, physical. That's a fun hockey game as a fan watching from the outside. But all seriousness, after the start, was there a big message between the first and second period, or do you let your leadership group handle that? And walk us through if you can.
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't the start we wanted. Give Texas credit. They came out and had great energy in the first period, and they got up and lead first goal, I think in the first, 30, 40 seconds into the game, and caught us sleeping a little bit, and then got us on our heels, and then we took a couple penalties, and they capitalized on the penalty kill, which has been pretty good for us all year. So, and then we obviously got it back to 1-1, but I think we had 30 seconds of OZ time in the first period. So, obviously our guys weren't ready to play it, and you know what? Give our guys a lot of credit. We got it turned around in the second and started to chip away at the game there a little bit, and got it back to 3-3. They went up 4-3, tied it up, and found a way to get 2 points.
From the coach's perspective, you've got to be pretty happy with the way the team, they come out in the second, look much better. And then I just asked Henny, is that one of those signature wins you'll look back down the road and say, hey, you know, we were down, we can do this, we're just as fast, just as gritty, and we can play with anybody?
Oh, Texas is a good hockey team. You know, a lot of those guys are second, third-year players. They've been around the league. They know what it takes night in, night out. We've got some young kids that are finding their way right now, what it takes to play every night and be ready to play every night. But, you know, you look at our group, you know, we lost a game the other night to Henderson we probably should have won. And tonight we had to work and earn, you know, the 2 points that we got. So kind of two different games. You know, tonight we fell behind, but we got back. And it's a theme that we'll have to talk about going forward. But it is a bit of a signature win. Texas is a good hockey team. And you know, give our kids a lot of credit. We found a way to battle back there at down 3-1, get it to 3-3, and then they came back and scored right as we got it to 3-3, and it was interesting to see which way our group would go. And we battled back in the third, we tied it up, and then we scored right away. But you got to give our power play a lot of credit tonight. It's been a long time coming. Soner's done a great job of just trying to find some pieces and find something that'll work for our group. And tonight we got 3 big goals, and that fourth goal is huge. You know, to the energy in the building, the energy in the bench. Just you knew we were pushing, we were coming, we were taking over the game late in the third period, and then obviously to get that, you know, the 5-4 goal, and then, you know, to defend that 1-goal lead late. I thought we did a good job of just, you know, keeping them to the outside and turning the puck over.
Coach, congrats on the win. You mentioned the power play. Obviously, that was big tonight, and something I'm sure you've been waiting to see some production there. You mentioned that there's been some sort of focused work on it. What was the work on, and did you see that on the ice tonight?
Well, you know what? Just the guys are just trying to find a rhythm. If you go back and watch some games, we've had some looks where we hit posts and pucks just drop off our sticks around the net. So tonight, you know, we did a good job of just finding a way to make it work. And they took some penalties, some untimely penalties when we were down 3-1. We got back in the game, and then obviously down 4-3 to score that big goal in the third period to make it 4-4. Really energized, I think, our group, and I thought it energized the building.
And then playing against Texas, it's a team you played last week. It seemed like there's there was obviously a chippiness tonight, a real intense game. What is it about them that, you know, creates a game like that?
Well, they're a proud organization, right? I coached them for 4 or 5 years, and you know what? I was really hoping we come up with 2 points tonight, and you know we played them back to back here over the week, and I coached Max Fortunas and Travis Moore, and the coaches on the other side, and Neil Graham broke into the league under me in Texas, so you know I'm sure he's just as they beat us the other night, they're pretty excited probably to beat Coachella with the records they've had over the last couple of years, but obviously with Lind and Hughes playing here, and there was a lot of talking going on the ice. There was a lot of gamesmanship, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I think there's a pretty good rivalry being built there. You know, there's some, you know, good hatred where, you know, they don't like the Firebirds and we don't like the Stars. So it's just going forward, it's going to make for a good series when we go down to Texas.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, this is a hypothetical question I wanted to ask about. Coco got injured, and then Steska came in. He took a big hit. what happens if both your goalies are injured in a game? What do you do?
Well, I don't know if you saw that we had a backup coming in from there. Colin Zulinell was suited up there, and he was he had the pads on in the runway. They were ready to go. So, knock on wood, it didn't happen. But
Right.
give Stez a lot of credit coming in cold, and he gets scored on there. But you know what, he settled in the third period and did what he had to do to help us win.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
That's up there, dude. I don't want to trip you. Thanks. Entering, kind of getting into the meat of the season. The next 6 games that you got against the 2 teams that are ahead of you in the standings, against San Jose and Calgary, should be an exciting time for the Firebirds. Do you look at that as like, oh, we're entering kind of a grinder of the schedule, or do you look at it and communicate it to the fellas as we've got a great opportunity ahead of us with these next 6 games?
Oh, they're a big challenge. We'll take it one game at a time. We know what's ahead of us. Obviously, our first game is in San Jose on Saturday. We play there Sunday, so we'll look at that first. Then we got Calgary coming back. I think we got San Jose for the next 6. So we have a tough schedule. And you know what? I like playing the teams that are above us because it'll cream always rises to the crop, right? It's going to bring out our best in our team, and that's when we talk about development with our kids. We want them to play these tough, these hard games because it's only going to help our team grow and help these individuals grow.
Hey, Coach, one really quick one. A lot of contributions tonight, but actually, I think 12 guys on the score sheet. Hedman and Myers, what'd you like about both guys tonight?
I thought Mize has done a great job since he's come back from Seattle. You know, he's been driving some offense and driving that line with Max and Hayes. And, you know, Henner's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. At the start of the season, he wasn't in the lineup. He's just one of those guys, when you put him in the lineup, he does everything that you ask and everything that you want him to do. And he hasn't come out since. So give him a lot of credit for some of the rewards that he's got. And that's just all based on hard work, being a good teammate, being a good citizen in our dressing room. And, you know, it's funny how those guys seem to get rewarded. So it's pretty tough to take him out right now going forward because he does everything right. And you got to have guys like that. Those are the guys that get you over the hump on those tough days. Those are the guys that get you over a hump in a playoff series. Those are the guys, you know, you win with. So good for Henner.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care. See you guys in another week.